Hi there. This video is for all of you New Yorkers who are practicing reading and for all of you immigrants in New York who would like to read better but you feel intimidated by reading in English. I was talking to my friend and she said, can you please make a video of you reading and explain how you do it, because I'm helping my kid right now. My hair is turning white and I'm about to pull my hair out. And I thought, okay, I will just share my experience. So I'm going to read Sonnet number 1 by William Shakespeare, and I'm going to read it in my natural voice, and then I'm going to read it in theatrical voice. There are two important things when I read, for me at least. First one is breath. Reading, speaking is happening when we breathe out. So this is inhale, and this is breathing out or exhale. So this is when sound happens, when we exhale. So usually I take a big breath, then I read a couple of words, I run out of breath, then I take another big breath, I read again, I run out of breath, then I keep repeating. And the more you read, the more you practice, you get better, and you also get more natural, and you get into a rhythm of breathing and reading at the same time. Second important thing for me as a foreigner is to Google pronunciation of words that I'm not familiar with. I used to ask my friends to pronounce something for me, but then I realized that these people, even they were born in States, they don't know how to pronounce some words, or they pronounce them differently, and also they have their own dialects and accents. So I usually use a couple of different sources on Google, and even if you Google pronunciation of some word, you will still see that Google has different pronunciations of the same word. Like it's just the way it's accented. So these are two important things. Also, third important thing is slow down, take your time. Like, you're not in a rush. And okay, I think that's it. Sonnet number 1 by William Shakespeare. From fairest creatures we desire increase, that thereby beauty's rose might never die. But as the riper should by time decease, his tender air might bear his memory. But thou, contracted to thine own bright eyes, feeds thy light's flame with self-substantial fuel, making a famine where abundance lies, thyself thy foe, to thy sweet self too cruel. Thou that art now the world's fresh ornament, and only herald to the gaudy spring, within thine own bud bearest thy content, and tender churl makest waste in niggarding. Pity the world, or else this glutton be, to eat the world's due by the grave and thee. Now I'm going to do theatrical reading. When I was a kid, I studied acting, and our classes were in a real theater, and my acting teacher and my voice teacher would insist that we talk really loud and use diaphragm and lungs, and we repeat because that creates muscle memory. These are muscles, and they would insist that we talk really loud when we are on the stage, so that if we are in the theater that has 2,000 seats, people who are sitting in the last row balcony could hear us like they were next to us. So that will mean projecting and bigger voice, much more breath. And when you take that much breath and your voice kind of drops and you became more grounded, that's also important, but also it's going to get louder. So I'm going to take a little distance. From fairest creatures we desire increase, that thereby beauty's rose might never die. But as the riper should by time decease, his tender air might bear his memory. But thou, contracted to thine own bright eyes, feeds thy light's flame with self-substantial fuel, making a famine where abundance lies. Thyself, thy foe, to thy sweet self too cruel. Thou that art now the world's fresh ornament and only herald to the gaudy spring, within thine own bud bury'st thy content, and tender churl makest waste in niggarding. Pity the world, or else this glutton be, to eat the world's dew by the grave and thee.